What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys the latest video on talk about the next Clash of Clans update. The developers from Supercell have posted officially on the forums via Twitter. It's all over the place. There are going to be some changes coming to Clan Wars, and it's most specifically the matchmaking process. Now, there are a few posts out there on Reddit, on Twitter, on the forums that actually leak almost the entire update, it seems. However, those posts have not been confirmed. Supercell has actually acknowledged them, commented, they've said LOL, that's about it. You guys can speculate as much as I can as to what that means. However, it is not confirmed yet what those say, so I'll let you look those up in your own free time. I'm going to comment only today and give my feedback and opinion on the matchmaking changes that they've announced officially in their forums. If you want to read more on that, a link will be in the description of this video. So, matchmaking, guys. Look at the current war that is on the screen right now. We've got WHF versus this clan, Unimed clan. To give you an idea of our roster, we were rocking, it looks like 9 Town Hall 10s. However, if you look at our bottom 2 Town Hall 10s, let's go look at Top Dog. No Inferno Towers. Heroes, he's only got 1 Queen level into Town Hall 10. And he has got no defense buildings, and that is about it, guys. So, nothing there. If we look at Nadmem, he does not have any hero levels above Town Hall 9. He doesn't even have the extra traps. No Inferno Towers. And, you know, both of these guys, their army camps are still at 220 space. So, they're getting no offense really out of it. And they're essentially Town Hall 9s. Now, the next 3 up, Albert, Dozer, and Luke are all baby Town Hall 10s rocking level 1 Inferno Towers. Hillary still has not maxed out her Inferno Towers. We've got Aussie, Caps, and Great Killer with level 3 Infernos. So that's 3 guys with level 3 Infernos. That is not many. We've only got 1 Town Hall 10 with maxed out heroes. That is Aussietron at 40 and 40. So that's the state of our roster. The rest is obviously Town Hall 9s. Let's go look at the other team. Now, we've got 4 Town Hall 11s and 16 Town Hall 10s. And guys, I'm not talking crap Town Hall 10s either. These guys have this is number 15. Level 2 Infernos here. We've got level 3 Infernos starting at number 14 on up. And these are, for the most part, ring bases that are traditionally hard for Town Hall 9s to get in 3-star or even 2-star. You know, some of us have had success on this, some not, but basically max level Infernos and even heroes that were not bad. I mean, level 25, level 27, all the way up the roster, guys. Difficult war from a matchmaking standpoint. Now, how does this happen? We're looking at the Town Hall 11s now. We've got Grand Wardens and Eagle Artilleries in each one of them. And as we move up, notice the Eagles are at level 2 even. We've got high-level heroes, we've got a high-level warden even, and maxed out Town Hall 11 defenses even, with the Wizard Tower here at level 9. We've got 13 Archer Towers maxed out. Basically, everything's maxed out in this base. So that's kind of what we're up against, guys. This should never happen, and I believe that this update, part of it is going to be addressing situations exactly like this one. First off, the war size is going to be one of the things that they're going to deal with and tweak a little bit. I'm going to come back in just a second to that. Clan War matchmaking will place a much greater emphasis on defensive village progress and less emphasis on offensive army progress. Now, that may surprise you guys to hear, because I actually thought that they already didn't really value a whole lot of offense, and that defense was kind of, weighed a little bit heavier. I just thought that's kind of how it was, but apparently not. Defense is going to be weighed even heavier now. So all of these bases with, 15 bases with max Inferno Towers versus our 3 with max Infernos, that won't happen anymore, because those Inferno Towers are going to weigh themselves right out of the equation. Number 3 bullet here says powerful late game defenses like Inferno Towers, Eagle Artillery, and the Grand Warden will have a much greater impact in matchmaking. Now, I don't know anybody who would disagree with that. The Eagle, the Inferno Towers, those are game-changing, guys. Those are completely game-changing. A Warden at Town Hall 11 is the difference between a Town Hall 10 3-star and a 2-star. The Eagle Artillery makes a Town Hall 11 sometimes even difficult to 2-star. And the Inferno Towers, everybody knows and is familiar with those already and how much of an impact those make. You can take one base, take the Inferno Towers away, and a good Town Hall 9 player can 3-star it very consistently. Put those Inferno Towers in, even at level 1, and it makes a massive difference, as you can see in a war like this, where we're pulling 2 stars basically, occasional 3s on some of these, and those 3s, are by our 10s, and then we did triple one of their Town Hall 10s with one of our 9s. So, really, really good change there on that. I'm really happy to hear that. Next, the Clan Wars matchmaking will favor matches between clans with similar recent win and loss records in their recent wars. Now, I'm going to touch on that in just a moment. We'll go back to the first bullet, which says that war sizes 35v35 and 45v45 are being removed from the game in order to boost available matches in other war sizes. Now, those constraints that I just threw out there for you guys and said, here's what they're going to do differently. There's going to be more emphasis. You're going to have less mismatches. Well, what that does, guys, is it effectively shrinks the pool of clans that you are going to be eligible to match against. If that pool is smaller, that means wait times increase. May not even happen at all. So in order to combat that, I don't know if it's going to be the best change in the world, but in order to combat the sparse population of these brackets inside of the filters that they're applying to the game, they're going to get rid of 2 brackets entirely. The 35 and 45v45 brackets are going to disappear, and now everybody's going to participate at either 30 or 40. You make the choice. Now, what do I think about that, guys? Let's go ahead and pull up some farming rates here because all of our replays got wiped. Absolutely nothing to show as far as replays. So let's just watch some farming action while we talk war. Kind of counterintuitive, but hey, it's all good. So 35v35 was a very, very commonplace and almost the default number of players that arranged wars would happen with. 35v35 was it. Now, that's going to create kind of an awkward split for a lot of clans because 40v40 requires a very, very populated roster with high activity. That means that those clans like ours, that's rocking 43, 44, 45 members consistently. We leave a few spaces so people can go back and forth, come in, watch replays, whatever. Now, what happens when we have 6 or 7 guys can't make it for a war? They've got to work. They've got to, do honeydews for the missus. They've got to go on vacation. Whatever the situation is, there are a percentage of your players that are going to miss wars. That's the way it is. Now, what if we have 38 people opted in that want a war, and we can't find the extra 1 or 2 to make it work at 40v40? We are now having to leave off 8 players that would like to play the game in order just to make the bracket at 30v30. Now, I'm not sure that a lot of people are going to be too fond of that. However, it might help the matchmaking. So I'm neutral on that change. The change on the defensive progress, weighing that more heavily versus offense, I feel like offense wins wars, guys. That's got to continue to be weighed very heavily because right now it's almost counterintuitive. They've got the 8.5 syndrome, the 9.5 syndrome, where people are not building key defenses in order to have higher offensive firepower versus an opponent. They can basically swing way above their weight, and if there's no value placed on offense, the problem, I think, perpetuates. So I don't know that it's the best change, weighing those defenses more heavily. That being said, matchups like I just showed you guys, where we were literally basically 5 or 6 Town Hall 10s, real 10s, versus 20 plus 4 Town Hall 11s, that won't happen anymore if you weigh those defenses heavier. So, that's going to be for me a wait and see. I want to see how that actually affects matchmaking. We'll see how it goes. The powerful late game defenses, Inferno's, Eagle, we covered that. Awesome change. No one can really refute that. Those have to be really, really heavily considered in the matchmaking process because those are the game changers, guys. The win-loss record thing. The goal is to, maybe historically you have a clan that has a lot of wins, but maybe you've got a group that's broken off and that clan's not quite the same. or maybe several people have quit the game, or maybe you're going through some sort of inner turmoil where you're having a rough patch for whatever reason, you're slumping, you're not getting those war wins. Well, it kind of sucks when you're getting matched up against these really, tough clans on the top of their game, because they're going to come thump you, and then the cycle continues. So this is an effort to get those clans to be able to match up against slumping clans alike. There's also the push for those clans that have won 300 wars in a row to finally go up against somebody that can match up with them and beat them. It's to get around some of these engineered matches, engineered accounts that are designed to skew matchmaking. Now, by further filtering down who you can match up against, that does great things for 85-90% of the population for their random wars. That makes it so you can actually click that search button, and you're probably going to get a pretty decent opponent that's performed similarly as you lately. What I worry about is, what about for those of us who arrange wars? What about for those of us, like, for example, WHF? We've lost a lot of wars recently, and almost all of them have been by one attack at the buzzer. What happens if we won all those attacks? Would we be able to match an entirely different set of people? I don't know that really makes sense. What happens if we want to match up against a clan because, we really want to go up against somebody reputable, somebody that's fair play, but what if they've won every war for 50 wars or something? Are we not able to then match them? I don't have the answer to that, guys. It may not be that sensitive. That may be a low-ranking priority, but the fact that it was mentioned leads me to believe that it's pretty heavy as a priority. So we'll see how it goes. I like it overall for random wars, but for arranged wars, I'm very, very cautiously optimistic, I guess I would say, that it's hopefully not going to affect the work that we put into arranging wars with opponents that we want to play, since there is no current system in the game where we can actually arrange a war with another team within the confines of the game. Now, the last thing is team versus team compositional checks have been added to help weed out imbalanced war matchups. Now, what that means is basically town hall ratios, guys. Matchups like I just showed where there's 4 town hall 11s versus none. That is going to be hopefully a thing of the past. We want to make it so things are a lot more even on the top, and that's something that Supercell has actually alluded to in their message here. They said that additionally, Clan Wars matchmaking has been fitted with new routines aimed at better balancing entire teams rather than just individual lanes. That means that greater emphasis on matching the top of the war map and less emphasis on matching the bottom is going to be taking place. Now, for those of you that, you have that random Town Hall 8 in the war, he wasn't going to make a difference anyways, guys. He was going to get 3-starred, just like the Town Hall 9s in the bottom are going to get 3-starred, and his attacks weren't going to do anything on offense, so nothing's really lost there. Where the wars are won and lost, guys, up top, those Town Hall 11 attacks, your top Town Hall 10s, it all comes down to who can 3-star who, and if you can get something done with those attacks, you're going to have a great chance to win that war. So those are my thoughts, guys. No clan, matchmaking system is perfect. There's going to be hiccups. There's going to be bumps along the way. I am hopeful that they're moving in the right direction here. Finally, something for war. That excites me. I'm really, really excited to see that. So thank you to Supercell for actually doing something. Now, I encourage you guys to listen to the feedback of the community when your product comes out so that we can make tweaks as necessary. There's some things that I believe can be tweaked now. I will send you feedback on that privately. I'm not going to create a big rant session online. However, the community also needs to do a good job of understanding that you guys have a product to put out. There's obviously speculation and excitement in anticipation of that product, but I would encourage everybody that's that plays the game to just sit tight, see what the game has in store for us before we critique it, before we berate it. There's some things here that definitely I have question marks on. No one's going to be able to give me black and white answers. No one's going to be able to clear up that gray area besides Supercell themselves, and the only way to do that is to put the game in front of us, let us play it, and then accept our honest feedback when we give it. So hopefully that's what happens moving forward, guys. That's all I've got for this episode. I wanted to show you guys some more recaps, had some great attacks. Unfortunately, the latest update to announce Clash Royale in Clash of Clans with an advertisement, maybe some under the hood things going on, I don't really know. Seemed kind of weird to reset all the replays just to serve us an advertisement for a game that most of us already play. But that being said, that's all I got. Anyways, guys, for Powerbang WHF, I am signing out till next time, guys. Take care, and let me know what you guys think in the comments of this this next update, and if you guys think it's going to be awesome. Anyways, I got high hopes, guys. We'll take care, and see you next time.